everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of PBM's Homie Reviews, a series to review and talk about movies. In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the most popular franchises from DreamWorks Entertainment, and I'm of course talking about Shrek. That's right, we're going to be talking about the first Shrek film, the one that started it all. So without further ado, let's jump into the history of Shrek. So, Shrek was originally premiered on April 22nd of 2001 at the Man Village Theater, and then it was finally released in all of the United States theaters back in May 18th of 2001 by DreamWorks Entertainment. And this movie grossed over $491 million worldwide, becoming the fourth highest grossing film of 2001. And this movie has been a huge hit for both kids and adults and for critics alike. Then, on November 2nd of 2001, this movie was finally released onto home media, and you could either get it on VHS or DVD. The DVD, it is a 2-disc special edition. Disc 1 is the movie with special features, and Disc 2 is the bonus material. Then, the VHS copy was re-released on November 19th of 2002. Then, on August 19th of 2003, the DVD copy was re-released, but this time as a single disc only. Then on December 7th of 2010, the DVD copy was re-released once again. Then on August 30th of 2011, it was finally released onto Blu-ray as a 2-disc Blu-ray and DVD. There is no digital copy. Then on November 1st of 2011, it was finally released onto Blu-ray 3D as a 2-disc Blu-ray 3D and DVD. There is no regular Blu-ray whatsoever. Then the 3D copy was re-released on September 11th of 2012. Now jumping into the copies re-released by 20th Century Fox. So on June 30th of 2015, it was re-released onto Blu-ray as a 2-disc Blu-ray and DVD plus a digital HD movie code. Then on March 1st of 2016, it was re-released onto DVD, which that one also comes with a digital HD movie code. Then on June 7th of 2016, it was re-released onto DVD once again, but as an anniversary edition. Then on February 1st of 2018, it was finally released onto Blu-ray, the Anniversary Edition. And now jumping into the reprints distributed by Universal Studios. So on June 5th of 2018, the movie was re-released onto DVD and Blu-ray. Then on May 11th of 2021, the 20th Anniversary Edition of Shrek was released in 3 different platforms. You can get it either on DVD, Blu-ray with digital code, or 4K with Blu-ray and digital code. And Shrek could also be found in these multi-packs, as you can see right here. And now we got the history part out of the way, we will now jump into my copies of Shrek. Alrighty, we will now jump into my copies of Shrek. So we're going to start with the standard Blu-ray copy, and I have it inside the Shrek 4-movie collection. And this is a reprint from Universal Studios, so this was reprinted from like 2018 or 19, something like that. Anyways, up top, here we have Anniversary Edition, and here we have Shrek, Donkey, Puss, and Fiona. Shrek 4-movie collection, and then here's the top, bottom part, and then here's the spine, Blu-ray disc logo, scrolling down here. Here's the DreamWorks logo, and then the back. Here we have Puss, Shrek, Donkey, and Human Fiona. Here we have the blurb talking about the first film, special features, and Blu-ray special features. Movie is PG in the United States. The reason why, it's because due to mild language and some crude humor. And here we have Lord Farquaad right here. Universal Studios or Universal Pictures. I like to say Universal Studios just because. Oh yes, this is a reprint from 2018. And here's what it looks like. It's basically the same thing, except of course it's at like, it's basically a thick Blu-ray size, or whatever you call it. Y'all know what I mean, right? Like here's like the slipcase version. Y'all can see the difference, right? Or, y'all know what I mean. It just looks a little, yeah, different, except this one's of course more Blu-ray size. And here we have the disc in green. And of course, here we have this part, like who worked on the first film and stuff like that. Last but not least, here we have Shrek 3D inside the complete 3D collection. Here we have Shrek, Fiona, Gingy, Puss in Boots right here, and Donkey. DreamWorks Shrek. And then I like how 3D, it's like embossed. Anyways, for promotional use only, not for retail. Spine, DreamWorks logo. Here we have Shrek holding a 3D. Shrek 3D, the complete collection. Blu-ray 3D logo. And then blurb, if you want to pause and read all this. Here we have Gingy, Puss in Boots, and Donkey. Yeah, Puss in Boots was obviously not in the first film. He was, of course, in the Shrek sequels. And, of course, Puss in Boots has his own 2 spin-off movies. And his own TV show. Anyways, as you can see right here, there's, like, different ratings for, like, different countries for each Shrek film. But, of course, we're talking about the first film. So, here we have, for Shrek 1, for Australia, here we have PG in Australia. And then here we have the rating for Korea, the rating for Spain, Certified U in the United Kingdom. Contains, let me see if this can pick up. Hold on. Doesn't want to. Contains very mild bad language and mild comedic violence. And then PG in the United States, Raging in Canada. Even though some of the releases I saw over in Canada, it's like PG, so I'm not entirely sure which one to trust, to be honest. Anyways, ages 0 and up for Germany, and then here I have the Italy rating. The rating for Italy, Raging in Ireland. Rating, basically ages 6 and up over at Netherlands, and then here we have the rating from Brazil. Here we go. Yeah, the rating from Brazil. Then here we have, of course, the main feature, and then video, audio, and subtitles, and stuff like that. And here's disc, and of course here we have Shrek on the disc. And of course disc 1 is, of course, Shrek, the first film, and then disc 2 has, so of course, Shrek 2, and Shrek the Third's disc 3, and Shrek Forever After's disc 4. It's kind of cool how they did that. So yeah, so Shrek 1 is, of course, disc number 1. That's pretty cool. Anyways, we will now jump into the Blu-ray menu tour for Shrek. Alrighty, here we have the menu tour for Shrek. So here we have play, settings, scenes, and extras. Let's go to scene selection like we always do. So here we have 20 scenes to choose from. For our settings, here we have English 7.1 Dolby True HD, and then Dolby Digital 5.1 for French, Spanish, and Portuguese. English audio description, filmmaker's commentary, and then for our subtitles, English, STH, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. For our special features, for Blu-ray exclusives, here we have the Animator's Corner, Shrek's Interactive Journey 1. For our special features, here we have Spotlight on Donkey, Secrets of Shrek, Deleted Scenes. Let's have a look at that real quick. So here we have Fiona's prologue, A Deal, and Fiona Gets Lost, filmmaker's commentary, Shrek Rattle and Roll. Here we have Shrek and the Swamp Karaoke Dance Party. From Baha Men, here we have Best Years of Our Lives. From Smash Mouth, here we have I'm a Believer. From Shrek the Musical, here we have What's Up Duloc, and DreamWorks Animation Video Jukebox. Let's have a look at that real quick. Alright, so over here we have different songs from each different DreamWorks film. Here we have, of course, a song from Shrek, Madagascar. I like how they did this, it's pretty cool. Here we have Over the Hedge, B-Movie, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon. And is that it? Yes. And let's go back. Alright, so that was that. And then previous. Yeah, I think it's just going to jump into the previous and stuff like that. Anyways, that's it for the mini tour for the Blu-ray copy of Shrek. We're over here at this last part to talk about my review and thoughts on today's movie. So let's talk about the story plot first. So, what is this story basically about? So, in the first film, of course, it begins with an ogre named Shrek that is, of course, antisocial, and of course, whenever like ogre hunters like come in, Shrek scares them away and stuff like that. Yeah, which that's pretty much his kind of his life, just like, and of course, like with him like being alone, like he was like, of course, enjoying it and everything, and like like taking those mud showers and swimming in his like lakes, and yeah. Anyways, then one night after saving a talking donkey, a talking donkey, so so yeah, one night, Shrek noticed there was some like unexpected, basically uninvited visitors and everything. There was like all these fairy tale creatures, like you have like the three little pigs, you have Pinocchio, you have like all those like characters from those fairy tale stories. They were all banished from the kingdom of Duloc by the evil Lord Farquaad, and so Shrek and Donkey agreed to, of course, go to Duloc and to give Lord Farquaad to have Lord Farquaad give Shrek his swamp back and everything. But as like, of course, Shrek and Donkey arrive, and after, of course, Shrek's like test of strength and everything or whatever, Farquaad agreed to give Shrek his swamp, unless if he goes to a castle and rescue Princess Fiona and everything. And so Shrek agreed, and so Shrek and Donkey set off on the quest, and then they arrived at the castle where they meet a big fire-breathing dragon, and then Shrek and Donkey rescued Princess Fiona, and then at first Fiona thought it was like a knight in shining armor or something like that, but it turns out like Fiona noticed that Shrek is, of course, an ogre. Once Shrek took off the knight helmet and everything, and well, at first, like everything, at first it was like a bumpy start for Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona, but later on during the journey, like Shrek was like falling in love with Fiona and everything, and Shrek was, of course, amazed like with like Fiona's like sweet fighting moves whenever like Robin Hood and his merry men like tried to like attack Shrek and everything, and then Fiona, of course, like comes to the rescue and everything, which I gotta say, it's pretty impressive and, of course, really funny. I mean, some fighting scenes do have like funny moments and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, and then after that, they were almost up at like Duloc and stuff like that, but then Fiona like noticed that about like the sunset, and so they decided to, of course, rest in for the night, and then Donkey went inside like the building where Fiona was sleeping for the night, and then Donkey realized that Fiona was an ogre too, but Fiona didn't know how to like tell Shrek or tell Lord Farquaad and stuff like that. And then the next morning, Farquaad arrived to pick up Fiona and everything, and then Shrek went home feeling all upset and everything, and yeah. And then later on in the film, Donkey has talked into some sense into Shrek, and so Shrek and Donkey have became officially best friends, and now it's up to them to rescue Fiona again, but this time by Farquaad. But this time from, well, basically right now Shrek's got to save Fiona from Farquaad, and then as Shrek arrives at the wedding and everything, just in time, Fiona revealed her big secret, that she was an ogre too, and then Farquaad, of course, tried to, of course, like have the guards take away Shrek and Fiona, and then, of course, Donkey and his like dragon pal, or soon to be like dragon wife and stuff like that. So the dragon like ate up Farquaad, and then Shrek tells Fiona like Fiona that about his feelings for her and stuff like that, and so Shrek and Fiona, they end up getting married, and Fiona stayed an ogre, and Shrek and Fiona have been enjoying their own company, have been enjoying each other's company, like, ever since then, and stuff like that. Anyway, so what do I think about the story plot? The story plot, it's really good. Yes, definitely another great story plot. I mean, DreamWorks does an amazing job with these story plots. Well, for most parts. Anyways, so yeah, overall, really amazing story. And of course, does have like some funny moments and stuff like that. Anyways, let's talk about the characters. So of course you have Mike Myers as Shrek, Eddie Murphy's Donkey, Cameron Diaz as Fiona, and then of course you have John Lithgow as Lord Farquaad and stuff like that. And of course there was like other characters like I do love Gingy and Pinocchio, and of course the Three Little Pigs were funny. And of course you got the Big Bad Wolf, and of course you have like Robin Hood or Monsieur Hood, which happens to be like French. Like I kind of like how they did that, or like if y'all know what I mean, right? Anyways, so yeah, overall, pretty great characters. I was about to say new characters. I was like, no, this is the first film. So, but yeah, basically overall, great characters in the movie. Now let's talk about the animation. The animation is really good. Like for like the scenery and then the animation for the characters, pretty good. Yeah, and I like how DreamWorks like animated like the humans in like the Shrek films. They did a really good job to be. If I'm gonna be honest, yeah, they did really good. Now let's talk about the soundtrack. The soundtrack, it's incredible. Like of course you have the main opening theme, which is All Star by Smash Mouth, which of course like, I mean, well, every time I hear like All Star from Smash Mouth, I always think of course Shrek. I mean, who else thinks that, right? I'm pretty sure there are, of course, lots of people that whenever they hear the song, they always think of Shrek. And of course, there's been, of course, like other songs too that are spectacular and stuff like that, and especially the ones from the end credits as well. And of course, great music score too, as well. And now, on to my final thoughts. So overall, do I recommend Shrek? Absolutely. This is definitely one of DreamWorks' best animated films of all time, for sure. And I would say my top 3 favorite DreamWorks films, in no particular order. I love Shrek, Prince of Egypt, and Megamind. Those, in my opinion, are by far the best DreamWorks animated films of all time. So yeah, overall, I recommend you pick up Shrek. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me, everybody, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.